NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
44 Mike. Check. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Hey. Yes. Hey, lock it.
Hey, let's get this. Check.
Five.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald.
Check.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Armstrong. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
All right. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
44, come on. Here we go. 44.
Go.
Let's pick it up.
Rock it.
Let's get off the field. Hey, check.
Right up.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Ready?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now.
Mike,
Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Go! Fair! Hey, team 6! Go!
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And right away, he lost the football.
A plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Score. Hey, exit. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzgerald firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Ready?
52's the mark, boys. 52. Too low.
General West.
Rush in. He's coming. Double
Hey,
up.
orbit.
He's coming. Double up.
Speed trip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald, wide open receiver, complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch the
Regular.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Regular.
53. Mike, 53. Come.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Crash.
Hey, alert.
Alert 3.
Hurry. King. Alert. Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 50-yard punt return touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead.
They really capitalized on that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Short kick, and they brought it all the way back.
Yeah, you start thinking, wow, maybe he can take it to the 35, get us in great shape. Heck, he just took it the whole way.
Yeah, no sense stopping when they're not going to stop you. Take it all the way in.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry! Back. Check.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Hurry!
Switch!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, rush coming, and he's taken down. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Point it right. Point it right.
3rd and long for Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you want.
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
King! Hurry!
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check!
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 53's mine. Here we go.
Check up. Hey, zoom.
Check.
Up.
Check 37. Check 37.
Watch out.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
King.
Browns. 1st down.
Begin.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Regular. Watch out.
Mayfield on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
He's checking crowd. Check 9.
Hey, alert.
Switch. Hey, alert 3.
Watch out.
Mayfield down. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Check three. Kill, kill, kill.
Smooth. Yep.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch the whip. Spine. No. Kill. Check it.
On second down now, it's Armstrong. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Where the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Bills send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
53. Here we go. Check three. King.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hurry.
Be ready.
Hey, alert.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. It's a party now.
Pistol.
Under crunch.
Run.
Show it up.
Hey, Delta.
You got tape.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey.
Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald, quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st down, Fitzgerald, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
152 fighter. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzgerald, this one complete to Lacey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
Pick the edge. Come. 44.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw again. Fitzgerald, throw left side, complete. That's Armstrong. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Mike, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 44's the mic. 44's Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Game situation.
Go. Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Seibert on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield on the screen. This is Coleman. Room here to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there on the screen pass. 51 yards. A first down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
180. Hey, alert 33.
Let's go, let's go.
Up, up.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Alert flash.
Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzgerald, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular, regular, regular. Hey, exit. 61, matchbox lights.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, orbit! 53! So don't...
Now Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 96 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Pilot, 64, let's go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald, and that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Greystone, travel.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 31. Hey, switch gears. Safe.
Hurry.
I got it.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Blue draw corkers. Real.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Watch the block. Motion. Block. He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Watch the act.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, box drop. Yo, go.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Rock it. Check.
They go again with Scott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And the Bills first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzgerald. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald. Talvin Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Now.
Check. Yeah. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Check 26.
They'll run on first down. Rushing. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Recon, 132 fighter. Alert, 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 alert.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter, rushing. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Rolling to, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Look at me. Door. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzgerald. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Switch.
Hey, we're 33.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Come on. I got it.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Go. Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Strip that pilot, 64, win. Undercurrent. Show it in. Hey, team 6. Go. Get back.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, this pass complete to Higgins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
On the set.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now, get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
47.
2nd and 5. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Yep.
From the gun, Herbert. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah.
Switch it. Come here, switch it.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hey, dude.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Hall. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Go out. Smooth.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Hey, Delta. Go. Ready, ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. In for the score. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
91.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Be different.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
60 outlaw.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
15 line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yep. Ready?
On 1st down, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts
Here we go.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Get it.
2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
80 weapon. Hey, Charlie.
Kill!
Look at me. Zip. Go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Completes it to Benjamin.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
60 outlaws.
They'll drop to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensive. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a 1st down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the first. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Hoffman. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
49, check 49, check 49.
47, Mike, 47, Mike, Mike, 47. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man is Higgins. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. Herbert. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, 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 fight.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Ready. 18 Gators.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
I got one. X3, 218, chopper. Yeah.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to wrap things back up again, get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Benjamin. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Give him 53 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They'll run here with Balazs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Looking to throw. Herbert. It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up. Rush in. He's coming.
64, weak.
He's coming, Doug.
Yep. 5.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
You see it all day. Pick it.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jacob Hollister. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got a man open. It's Ross. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Hey, nice 7.
Get wide. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Go.
To throw on third down, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Check it out, read.
Hey, Echo. Go.
On first down, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big pickup of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 50. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.